Hello, my name is Ariel Rader, and this is my oral presentation for the research project for Business Communications 3301. I'll be discussing 3 articles that I read for the purpose of this project. The 3 articles I read were Do Interns Know What They Think They Know?, Assessing Business Communication Skills in Interns and Recent Graduates, The Central Role of Politeness in Business Communication, The Appropriateness Principle as the Way to Enhance Business Communication Efficiency, and Communication and Decision-Making in Corporate Boards. The first article I will discuss is Do Interns Know What They Think They Know? In this article by Dunn and Lane, they compare what skills recent graduates perceive to be important in business communication to those their employers value. During their education, graduates felt there was a separation between communication and interpersonal skills with a heavier focus on written communication. Dunn and Lane found that while most business courses focus on PowerPoint, emails, delivering good and bad messages, and message creation, they need to incorporate more emphasis on grammar, proofreading, listening, and interpersonal skills with customers. The second article I will discuss is the central role of politeness in business communication. This article was written by Pickhardt and Kolbaskova from the Czech Republic. They analyzed the growing casualness in communication methods and questioned the roles of politeness in business communication. Specifically, they note that communication between businesses started with very professional business letters, moved to faxes, then gradually became more casual with email and now text messages and social media. They determined that even though English is a common language in communication, it is still important for business professionals to make sure their messages are received in a polite manner consistent with the cultural standards of the receiver. Linguistic miscommunication can have dire consequences for business relationships. Lastly, I will discuss communication and decision-making in corporate boards. This article was written by Belenko, and it studied what boardroom policies had a positive effect on communication between board directors. Belenko determined that power, time constraints, and concerns for reputation were the primary factors that hindered communication between board members. Belenko tested 3 methods to open communication. First, he looked at the difference between open and secret votes. He determined that open votes applied pressure to conform, and this forced directors to openly communicate information that they had. Second, he looked at the effects the diversity in personal interests had on communication. He determined that directors with diverse interests were more willing to discuss information openly. And third, he looked at whether it was better for one person or many to make the final decisions. He determined one person making the decision opened other directors up to freely communicating information. In conclusion, the information I learned from these 3 articles was to include interpersonal communication in my business education, ensure that my message is written in a polite manner consistent with cultural norms, regardless of who I am sending it to, and that by utilizing an open vote, diversifying the personal interests of board directors, or making one director the sole decision maker will increase my communication with a variety of business professionals. Thank you.